Just a few days ago, we're talking literally last week, Tom Lee from Fundstrat went on CNBC and dropped a pretty bold call. He said that large banks and financials could soon trade like tech stocks and maybe even become the next leaders of the market, like the Magnificent Seven. His reason is that AI and blockchain are about to slash their biggest expense, which is people. He called it reducing employee intensity, which basically means automating thousands of high-paid white-collar jobs, which will lead to massive margin expansions and tech-like valuations. Now, I actually think he's onto something big here, and here's why you should be listening to me. I recently left asset management after working there for a decade, and I was personally part of the team helping roll out and integrate AI tools into the firm. I've seen up close exactly which roles are being automated, how fast it's moving, and why finance, especially the big banks and asset managers, is such a juicy target for these AI companies. Think about it. These are some of the highest paid white-collar jobs in the world. Replacing or supercharging them gives the biggest return on investments. So in this video, I'm going to break down why Tom Lee's thesis makes perfect sense and why the market probably hasn't fully priced this in yet. The two ways AI could play out in finance. One lifts everyone up, the other explodes profits. Why I'm focused only on the largest players. And most importantly, my top picks from the biggest banks and asset managers. If you're invested in financials, thinking about rotating into value, or just want to understand the next potential big sector move in the AI era, stick around. This could be worth your time. So let's dive in. Let's break down exactly what Tom Lee said. He called out that financial service companies are really big beneficiaries of both AI and blockchain technology. His key phrase, both will allow these firms to reduce their employee intensity, meaning they can run the same or larger operations with dramatically fewer people. The payoff, huge margin expansion. And because of that new scalability, doing way more with less headcount, he believes the leaders, tech-forward banks, are going to start trading more like tech stocks. He even suggests they could become the kind of market leaders we saw with the Magnificent Seven. Now, from everything I saw firsthand while helping integrate AI tools at asset managers, I think Tom is absolutely right. People are by far the biggest cost in the industry. Hundreds of thousands of high-paying roles across the back office, middle office, compliance, ops, risk, you name it. But here's the million-dollar question. Has the market actually priced this in yet? I'm honestly not that convinced it has. That's exactly why this whole idea gets me excited and why I believe we're still pretty early here. But to really appreciate just how big this margin expansion could be, you need to see the two very different sides of what AI is already doing inside these firms. Because it's not a simple everyone gets replaced story. It's replacement in one huge area and supercharging in another. Let me walk you through both straight from my own experience. Side one, the monotonous machines that are about to get obliterated. My first job in asset management was the perfect example of this kind of work AI is targeting first. Every single month, a team of 4 junior analysts had to manually update around 40 different client pitch books. We'd pull fresh performance numbers, market commentary, charts, copy and paste into a PowerPoint, format everything Excel perfect, basically. Then it went to compliance for someone to review every disclaimer and regulatory footnote. That alone could sit in a queue for another week. And if Giorgino in Milan needed an Italian version or someone in Zurich needed German, off to external translator for another week. So one simple month update cycle, 5 or 6 people touching it, and the pay for graduates, actually pretty decent. I was earning way more than friends of mine designing satellites for aerospace companies or training to be surgeons while working fewer hours. Today, every single one of those steps is fully automatable. These are the expensive, monotonous cogs that keep the giant machine running, and big banks and asset managers has thousands of these different roles. Side two, the intricate work that gets supercharged. Fast forward to my last role as an analyst, here the work was completely different. Deep company due diligence, building complex models, interpreting nuanced regulatory shifts, that level of judgment and synthesis, it's not replaceable with the current technology, and it probably won't be for a long time. So here's the full picture. Thousands of monotonous, high-paid roles, replaced or radically reduced, massive cost savings. High-performing analysts and front office talent, armed with the new AI tools, productivity explodes, revenues per head soar, both happening at the same time, both driving huge margins improvements. So let's actually talk about how I actually built this list. I started with the entire financial sector, hundreds of names, the first cuts, outwin the insurance. They'll benefit from AI too, but in different ways and usually lower margins. Outwin rights and pure investment funds, ETFs. Outwin anything small or mid-cap. Why? 2 big reasons. Reason 1, the biggest institutions will have the most to gain from AI. They employ the largest numbers of those expensive monotonous roles, They have the most dead weight to strip out or supercharge, which means the biggest potential margin expansion. A regional bank with 2,000 employees just doesn't have the same absolute dollar savings as JPMorgan with over 300,000. Reason 2, this industry has been consolidating for decades, and AI is going to accelerate that. Finance is a talent and scale game. The biggest players attract the best people, win the biggest clients, get the best data, and now they can invest the most in AI and blockchain. Smaller firms can't keep up on tech spend, can't attract the same talent, and have thinner margins to begin with. We've already seen waves of consolidation. Think of all the mergers in brokerage, custody, asset management. AI is the next catalyst. The strong get stronger, the weak get acquired or get left behind. Let's go through the ones that stand out, starting at the top. JPMorgan Chase, the undisputed giant. Jamie Dimon is, in my view, one of the best CEOs on the planet.
A lot of you were on the fucking Zoom and you were doing the following, okay? Looking at your mail, sending texts to each other about what an asshole the other person is. Okay, not paying attention, not reading your stuff, and if you don't think that slows down efficiency, creativity, creates rudeness and stuff, it does, okay? And when I found out that people are doing that, you don't do that in my goddamn meetings. You go to a meeting with me, you got my attention, you got my focus, I don't bring my goddamn phone, I'm not sending texts to people, okay? It simply doesn't work, and it doesn't work for creativity.
He's been aggressively pushing tech investment for years, including AI and blockchain. They've had over 300,000 employees globally. That's the biggest pool of potential efficiency gains anywhere. Every single area, consumer banking, investment banking, asset management, risk, compliance, it's all stuffed with automatable processes. Looking at the numbers, trading at about 16x next year's earnings, 15.7x the year after, with mid-single digit EPS growth baked in. If AI drives even modest margin expansions, these multiples feel pretty reasonable. Bank of America, the retail consumer powerhouse, a massive branch network, huge deposit base. They've been heavily investing in digital and AI for years. Think chatbots, fraud detection, loan underwriting. Still trades cheaper than JPM on an EPS basis. Consumer banking has tons of repetitive back office work. That's a classic AI territory. So Wells Fargo, they had a big scandal years ago, fake accounts, ethics issues, and that still hangs over the stock for some institutional investors. A lot of funds literally can't own it because of ESG or controversy screens, but operationally, they've cleaned house. The asset cap is finally lifting, and the controversy rating has fallen steadily. And on to Goldman Sachs, which is my personal top pick on the entire list. Highest margins in the group historically, and some of the smartest people with the most complex products. That also means some of the most highest paid monotonous work underneath: trade support, legal docs, research distribution, compliance monitoring. Goldman has always been tech forward. They were early on blockchain, have been hiring AI talent aggressively. Look at the valuations, 18.6x this year, dropped to 16.5x next. Actually one of the highest multiples here. The market's already giving them credit for being premium, but I think AI could push those margins even higher and justify an even bigger premium. Quick skip past a few foreign names like HSBC and RBC, solid, but currency and regulatory differences make them less of a pure play for me. Then onto Blackrock, the asset management behemoth, trillions under management. Asset management is where a lot of ex-investment bankers go to basically retire. They go from 70 to 80-hour weeks in investment banking, which then turn into 40 to 50-hour weeks at asset management, with still great pay. Valuation-wise, some people would say it looks expensive on a PE basis, but if margins expand and growth accelerates, it can carry it. So my ranking for the AI thesis: Goldman Sachs, Blackrock, JPMorgan. Remember, these are forward numbers. The whole point is that if Tom Lee is right and AI drives bigger margins expansions than consensus expects, these multiples could re-rate higher. So that's the list and why I think these mega cap financials, especially Goldman, Blackrock, and JPM, are the clearest ways to play Tom Lee's thesis. One more thing I really like about the idea, and why it feels especially timely right now: if you're already loaded up on the usual AI suspects, the chip makers, the hyperscalers, the software pure players, adding some of these big financials is actually a really nice diversification move. You're still getting exposure to the AI productivity boom, but through a completely different mechanism. Massive cost cutting and margin expansion in one of the last huge, undisruptive white collar industries. It's the same logic I used in my QXO video, where you get leverage exposure to the US housing and construction growth through an industrial roll-up without just buying the obvious home builders or material stocks. Now, before we finish, let's cover the risks. Risk 1, adoption could be slower than people expect. Banks are drowning in regulation. Any meaningful change to compliance systems, risk models, or client-facing tools has to go through multiple layers of sign-off. That naturally drags timelines out. Risk 2, regulation could actually push back. If AI does lead to big job losses or even more industry concentration, you can imagine politicians and regulators stepping in. New rules, higher capital requirements, or restrictions on certain uses of AI. Unlikely, but still a risk. Risk 3, the impact may lead towards more augmentation than aggressive replacement. If most of the benefits end up being supercharged employees rather than sharp headcount cuts, the margin expansion will still be good, but maybe not as explosive textile re-rating some are dreaming of. And of course, all the usual macro stuff, interest rates, recession risk, geopolitical, still matters a lot for financials. That said, here's why I'm excited. The largest players are already committing billions to AI and blockchain initiatives. They have the best data moats, the deepest pockets, and some of the best talent pools. Whether it's mostly scenario A, superhuman analysts, or scenario B, fewer total people, or most likely a mixture of both, operating margins are almost certainly heading higher from here. If the markets start pricing that in the way Tom Lee is suggesting, we could genuinely see some of those names re-rate and trade higher with tech-like multiples. If this is the kind of video you like, please smash the like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more coming. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.